that you have a colleague of mine under your custody.
Indeed.
Now, before... Is she here?
She is.
Okay, then allow me to preface this. He sits over here. And he takes her seat, her original seat. I've not seen her for quite some time, to be honest. I thought she was MIA, missing in action. Or a different first letter in that, potentially.
I think she has a similar vibe about you.
Well, it's understandable. The last time we saw each other, it was quite the catastrophe. But forgive me if I'm skeptical or hesitant that this is the same person.
Indeed.
I came over here as soon as I received word, though, just to check.
Of course.
You are a researcher, as much we have managed to learn. Now,
Correct.
the person in question described your area of expertise to be the bizarre, the magical phenomena, bizarre happenings.
You might say that. Not my time with her was certainly that. I assure you, my field is a bit more broad than that.
And
in terms of bizarre, though, you can tell that he definitely will keep talking. And we'll cut you
Just
off,
talk over him.
Just learn that now. It might be a bit bizarre. It has its notoriety, to be honest. But if you're, I imagine as in Kindlers, you've worked with a number of people and are professional and respectful.
As
all
to
of
the
manners,
location
yes.
of said endeavors,
You literally just have to talk over him.
I believe Senseg was mentioned.
Sensik.
Oh no, my mistake. Githothalor.
Yes, that is it. Yes.
Something about a
The
massive magical storm.
Yes, the western reaches of Githothalor. Don't get me wrong, magical weather patterns happen in Githothalor. They happen on a irregular but regular enough basis. But this one was particularly violent, particularly charged, unprecedented, to the point where normally the weather patterns would last like any other weather pattern, climates.
And how long ago was
days,
this
weeks.
phenomena?
How long ago? Years.
Any indicator of how many?
6 years or so.
In 6, okay.
Correct. In that time, a large number of things have happened, and I have not seen Fia in any of that time. Again, I thought you were missing. What was?
On to more recent matters, how have you been sleeping of late?
He squints at that. Sleeping?
Yeah.
Like,
Any nightmares, boogeymen, that sort of thing?
Premonitions.
Premonition, yes.
a premonition of a deadly sort. Not promoted by the game, Deadly Premonition. No,
TM,
not
TM,
at all.
TM.
That game is weird. I'm gonna say that right now. It's a weird game, like straight up, and it's so fucking bad and cheesy. But that's honestly what makes it great.
And then the second one is the first game to come out with like negative frame rate.
Just hilarious. I know that for the entirety of Deadly Premonition 1, I think they have 6 songs in their entire soundtrack. So it'll be like this ominous, tense theme, and then you'll hear the fucking the whistle music, and you're just like, wait, hold on, wait, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Just the hard transition.
Yeah. It's like, no, sidetrack now.
I love this song. It's so great. And it's so iconic, but no one ever knows like it's from Deadly Premonition. And the fact that
oh my god, that's from Deadly Premonition?
It's from Deadly Premonition.
What the fuck?
And that's why it's so funny, because like of the 6 songs this game has, this is one of them, and it doesn't fit the game at all.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know, it's so great, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's from Deadly Premonition. It's great. Anyways, getting back to this.
I can hear someone playing in the background.
Oh.
There's some like a two or one man street musician walking by. He's doing the guitar thing, and he's also doing the whistling. I can't whistle right now. My lips are too dry.
Anyways,
Back to business. You guys talk about talking to Hellbrand about he's having memories as of late. Nightmares. No, not particularly.
No, nothing that's even slightly alarming at
No.
all. Hmm. Okay.
How long have you been staying here in town?
In Traverse Town, see, I think I've been here a month. No. A month was last week. I remember I had a little bit of a self-celebratory thing for a month's stay. It's honestly, it's I don't know how to put this. I normally either stay in one place for a very long amount of time, or in many places a very short amount of time. So the fact I stayed here a month was something. I assure you, I will be staying here for a good time longer. It's my new research base, I suppose you might call it.
Which apparently the previous one was the capital?
Yes. Assuming you do have fear. I'm assuming she told you. Yes.
Mentioned.
I was a part of a fellowship at the CFP. I'm sorry. I shouldn't use the acronym. The Capital Far Provisional College.
See.
I'll type it for you. Don't worry.
And what inspired you to leave the capital and come here?
I was promoted.
Oh, wow.
Quite simply. Yes, I was promoted a long time ago, but they simply were trying to relocate me for not out of nefarious or dubious intent. It's just more of we needed a better hub, a place which, don't get me wrong, the capital is certainly amongst the top 5 places I would say are the center of the world, but there's just too much processing to get things done there. Especially in my current field of work. With the promotion, I would receive a number of missives and packages, specimens, field relics.
Speaking of your current field of work, as in Kindlers, we may be able to put in a good word for you, as sponsorship, that sort of thing. If you were to, are you able to enlighten us as to what you are researching currently?
I'm afraid that the people I work with and for are, don't get me wrong, nothing to get a warrant out of enkindlers or men of arms here, but
tight-lipped.
We value our privacy out of fear of stigmatization. Mr. Hilbrand, what exactly is it you study? What is your field? I was trying to get to that earlier, but again, if you're professional, respectful, and such, sir, we're enkindlers. Right. I'm a number of different things, but sir, right. A remnologist. A remnologist. Yes, remnology. First one I've ever met.
Could you maybe, I don't know, explain that one for us dummies over here?
Has Bowen
That's
ever
not-
heard of this?
Remnology, I think, raw background information to those of you that think you might know it, because remnology is a pretty, as much of a quack science it is an old science.
Would be wisdom plus prof, so +3.
I'm gonna
Wisdom or
roll.
intelligence?
I feel disadvantaged. I feel like it's just something he would have maybe heard in passing at best. Damn it! Why'd you roll so good? Okay.
You've heard? Well, no, yeah, you guys definitely have heard of it.
Hmm.
The contents of it, you might not really understand. Most people outside the field sort of are confused by it too. Allow me to deliver exposition as him to Catherine. Remnology is the research and mostly archaeological, significantly analytical researching of a particular subsect of ruins, remnants, they're dubbed by us. Don't get me wrong, there are ruins all across the world of various civilizations. There's a large number of provincial ones of he sees Rutabaga in the corner. Other humanoid creatures that provincial policy relocated or purged. There's a large number of those. There are early elven colonization ruins that were abandoned due to them either having to relocate for resources or being pushed out by native creatures or populations. Many giant ruins as well. That's very extravagant, very obviously due to the people that created them, large, very expensive. But the ruins us remnologists research in specific, these remnants are the precursor civilization of sorts. It's ancient beyond ancient. And they have a very particular style to them. And they have a very, how to describe, the things you find in them are fantastically mystical, beyond compare.
And this pupil of yours, is she diligent, studious?
In her time with me, she was, dare I say, rather gun-ho to get out to any field job. Not necessarily related to remnology. My time with her wasn't focused upon remnology, but we did notice a correlation between weird mystical events and these remnants. I had a well, now defunct, but at the time operable hypothesis that the ruins themselves were the cause, either actual cause or at least the empowering, the bank of sorts, this battery of mystical incidents like the storm.
Where was her? Where was she sent, as it were, to continue said research?
I mean, we both, us as well as some others, we went to Garth-Mod to investigate this cataclysmic storm. In terms of where I had sent her, it was mostly near all provincial. There were some offsets here and there, like the one in Garth-Mod, some offshot islands from the provincial coastline and such, but provincial sites mostly.
Did you figure out what caused the storm?
I'm afraid not, which is why I say is my now defunct hypothesis at the time. I've since moved on to different projects.
What of her character? What manner of person is she?
Spirited. I could say that in a word. Definitely spirited.
Spirited. Trustworthy?
I would say so. She's... when it's her passion, when it's some endeavor she's interested in, she will go for it. Unabashedly. Perhaps slightly dangerously, but what researcher can condemn curiosity? She's very inquisitive. That's good. One of her winning, charming traits, in my opinion.
Yes, we did summon you here as a, shall we say, a character witness. Now, would you be all right with us bringing her into this room so that we might
Certainly.
talk with concern? Excellent.
Bohan, perhaps Catherine should go get her. Seemed rather feverish or flustered last time you went. So, Catherine, would you be so kind?
Yes, please.
I suppose.
There's the English
Right.
accent. You go upstairs. Fia or Kirsty, you go get yourself and bring yourself downstairs.
I go find myself. Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
task.
Yeah, bring her down.
Fia, as you descend down the stairs, you see, the enkindlers. You're just down here, like, I don't know, an hour ago, hour and a half, or hour 15 probably, stuff like that. And you see a person who's sort of familiar, and you just can't place it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
By my lord, Fia. The voice is the same.
Oh.
He's a lot younger than you last recall. A lot younger.
Yeah.
Is he younger than
Okay,
her
well,
now?
obvious confusion.
Is he younger than her now?
I don't know how old is Fia. I mean, she's
42, so...
yeah, you're like a teenager in elf years, because elves go like 250. So if we assume the normal human lifespan is like 70 in this world, let's see. So 1/5, or you're 40. Yeah, 1/5 times 70. 14.
Oh, my maths was way off!
You're basically a Pokemon trainer.
It's like if you're 40
Oh.
as a race that goes to 250, yeah, it's like a fifth. So therefore, the thing is, like, mental and physical development they're not on the same speed from humans to elves. That's just not how it works. Because like an elf basically reaches physical maturity at the same time, maybe a bit later slightly than a human would. So 20 something at most. In terms of mental maturity, brain-wise, you probably develop the same. In terms of cultural mental maturity and stuff like that, that's subjective. And I am of the utter belief that such factors are not based upon your race, but upon where you're born and where you're raised. So don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, I wanted her to be a bit kind of young for an elf anyway, so...
Well, you're definitely young for an elf.
Yeah, maybe a bit younger than I thought, but...
Hey, if you want to increase your age by
well.
like a decade, I don't mind.
That's fine, I'll just roll with it.
So yeah, you see Hilbrand here. He doesn't look younger than you, but no one looks younger than elves. Even old elves look relatively young. But yeah, he's a lot younger than you. Let's remember him. About half the 8 years, I would say.
Yeah, and he sounds exactly like he would normally.
He sounds exactly, and maybe his voice is a bit more clearer. And stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
His
I suppose
posture
so,
is
yeah.
definitely better.
Okay. Yeah, obvious confusion with that one. Just
He goes over to you. Like he doesn't not like a full ways over to you, but he gets a slightly closer to you. Are you real?
she's just standing like blocked still, like. Are you? You're a bit.
As I live and breathe, girl.
You're not Hellbrent.
What?
No.
You're not Fia then.
I mean, I'm me.
As am I.
You look a. You
And Kindler's suspicion level disrupted.
Brr, brr.
You guys look at each other like how the fuck do we proceed off of this? It's like just let him keep going. Okay. How about this? We will ask each other questions to determine the validity of the other one.
Okay, go.
Okay. You and I met for a certain reason. What was that? What were we both in the area for?
Oh yeah, it was. I was in there for that old folktale. I think it was trolls or something. You were in there for a ruin that was being taken over by trolls, correct?
He squints.
We both had. Wait a minute, I'm looking at my character sheet.
As high.
They both just pull out papers.
Yes, I was after old stories. You need to get up to the area. You can get up there. I could. You hired me to get up there.
And what was special about this area? It supposedly did something. What did it do?
Oh, it's
I'm literally looking at your sheet.
I am. My memory is actually god awful.
Haha, you thought these parts of your past wouldn't be brought up again. Ha ha ha. You fool.
There was, oh yeah, there was a stone grave. It
Yes? What did it do?
it summoned spirits.
Yes!
It was, yeah.
Okay, so you at least have the earlier parts. Ask me something. For the later parts.
Okay, let me think. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly have a look. Honestly, like my
Tina
memory
pulls
is.
out her journal. Oh man, that would save us a lot of time as Enkindlers. We just read your journal.
Yeah, no, sorry. Like my memory is actually disgusting.
Well, see, now you're gonna remember a bit better. It's like studying for a test. You just keep bringing it up and you'll remember more and more.
While
slowly.
she's doing that, could Fritz ask a big guy a question? I definitely remember the name.
Yeah.
So
Which big guy?
the her boss, Fia's boss.
Okay.
Big brain.
Big brain. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Gohan for a second.
Nah. I can see the confusion though. So you couldn't get up to the grave. Why couldn't she get up there? But she could.
He holds up a hand. Just a moment, young man. Just a moment. We need to figure this out first. Go on,
Okay.
Fia. Ask me.
Alright. The person I met on the way to Galflor. Who was he?
Who you met? Marcus, was it not?
Yes. Do you remember who he was?
A young lad, that's what I remember he was. He got along quite well. Honestly, I was expecting more to come of it. Didn't happen. No offense.
Well, yeah.
You're fast friends, at least. Besides, we had other things to do when we were there. Which leads to my next question.
Yes?
What happened to you during the storm? I could make a logical deduction looking at you, but tell me.
I don't remember. To be honest, it started getting bad. There was like really bad, and I just remember falling to the ground and just flat unconscious. I woke up a couple of days later, I believe. And we'd packed up and gone.
How many was we?
Oh god.
There's no winning answers. He's inquiring, not trying to deliberate.
Us? Most of us? I know some of us were hurt. I thought you were hurt, weren't you? Although maybe it was the opposite looking at you.
Your account is different than mine. When I came to, I was alone.
That's...
Neither you nor anyone else was around. I've spent a couple of weeks contacting local factions, making continual payments to see if anyone would turn up. No one was reported to me ever. I was alone.
That doesn't sound right. We came back as a group. I'm sure we all came back in the caravans we left on. We were on the boat. We were. Oh, were you? I am having trouble with my memory. I'm wondering if maybe it's. I'm confused.
Dude,
mean-
can you make me a charisma saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, low. It'd be
You take
funnier if it was low.
5d6 damage.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
I mean, it goes up at another dice the worse you do.
Oof.
I think the max I have is 46.
Ah, damn.
Yeesh.
I mean, it's not something you want to take without being able to fight back, right? You take 3 psychic damage, similar to before in Kindler's. Fia's nose begins bleeding. Now the question is, how does Fia take the psychic damage? Because for Korak, that was a full 6. This is significantly less, about half as much. So yeah, how does Fia react to this flashback of truth? Or how about I'll describe the flashback first, and then you can decide. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Similar, you blink once, and you're brought back to a memory. A memory in the past. One with a fountain nearby, one with you talking to your shade. And he seemed very, very desperate, and he seemed older than now, and he confirmed his death at the time. In your memory, he died in that storm. In your true memory, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You remember it all. You remember the gloom, the darkness. You remember being a part of a group. You remember, just to keep the story and drama tension up, Korak remembers that Fia was there. Fia, you remember that Korak was there as well. The name Lorelei now seems familiar to you, though you still can't place a face. You recognize that it was someone royal. That part was never brought up before. I don't believe.
Not to her.
Not to her.
No, not in Fiat's company.
So you get a flashback of it all, and it sears back into your head. But then you blink, and once more you're back here with younger Hilbrant. Everything's fine and dandy. How does Fia react?
Screams bloody murder.
Yeah, like, you bastard! No, so... Yeah, she's gonna get a bit... Sort of grab her head, go, ah, shit, kind of thing. Sort of slight pain in her brain, and then... Yeah, sort of looks to Hilbrant, looks between everybody else, kind of... Gets really, really confused.
Same as before, Eleni... It's almost as if she was expecting it this time, though. She surges forth and, like, brings you over, sits you down in a chair. Fritz, it's happened again. Can you...
Allow me.
What? That's not... You. This
Calm
isn't
down.
real. What?
Calm down.
Nice.
No.
Real enough. Calm down.
He's not the... I swear, he's not... This isn't... What's going on?
We're trying to figure that one out.
You sound so genuinely sad about that.
Well,
It
what
was a
can I
good
say?
moment.